So, feminism, as I've heard it described by feminists, is the desire to see equality between women and men. Right? They want equality. It's how people have described feminism to me. So that would mean, therefore, that a feminist is a person who is striving for equality between men and women. Now, from what I've seen lately of feminists, it seems like they are not seeking equality. It seems like they are seeking supremacy for women. I say this because it's the way it's beginning to appear. It's been this way for quite a while now. We've gone over this before. It seems like it's women want supremacy. The feminists nowadays, they want supremacy, right? I would say that a prime example of this is the new feminist complaint against Red Dead Redemption 2. Apparently a YouTuber, he did a stream or something, and he found a suffragette, right? It's an old West game. Takes back in the 1800s, something like that. It's like at the end of the old West era. And so, you got your women suffragettes, right? And I guess the suffragettes are loud. They sit there and they're protesting, so they sit on the corner and they scream things. And he was trying to shop or whatever, or do something, and he got annoyed, so he went over to the feminist and fucking cold cocked her. And I guess somebody else hog-tied a feminist, which you can do. It's all West. You got a lasso. You lasso a motherfucker. Yeah. Currently in the game where I'm at right now, at the point where I stopped last, I was riding along, right? And out of the bushes comes running this dude in a black and white striped jumpsuit, and I'm like, that's a prisoner. And he asked me for help, and so I sat there thinking to myself, what do I do? Because there's so many choices in the game, and so many opportunities to do whatever the hell you want to do. And so I'm like, what do I do? And I was like, I can help him, but he's a criminal. And furthermore, he's a criminal, got caught. So I'm kind of like, he's giving us good criminals a bad name because he's making the law think that they can catch us. And this is Old West. I'm immersed. I'm thinking Old West thoughts, And so I'm like, well, I don't want to kill him because I'm trying to not murder as many people as possible. I've let myself go storyline-wise a lot more than I usually do in games. Usually I play it pretty, I'm usually pretty good guy. I always go through and try and be the good guy, and then if I decide I want to play the game again, then I'll be the bad guy or something like that just to see how it's different. But, so I'm like, I don't want to kill him. And while I'm thinking what I can do with him, he, freaks out and he starts to bolt. And I'm like, oh. Because I was doing bounty hunts, and I was catching people in bounties and bringing them back to town. So I'm like, oh, I'll fucking do this shit like that. So I railed out, and I lassoed the motherfucker, and hog-tied him up, threw him on the fucking horse, and now I'm currently taking him back to town to the sheriff to return the prisoner. Now, I'm doing this because I've gotten into some trouble, and I think it would be good to get some brownie points, with the law. So, I've had to pay off a couple of warrants, because I do things too, I'm trying to not kill people. It happens. Whatever. So, but, so the dude hog-tied a feminist, and, through to a fucking alligator. And I mean, it's a really cool game. You know, there's all sorts of things that you can do, and everything kind of interacts with everything. It's meant to replicate life in that era. Now, you can do that. You know, like it's possible. Back then, you could have punched out a feminist. People would have probably gotten upset, you got in trouble, but, the law was just really starting to take hold back then, so it's possible you get away with it. But people in that town are probably going to remember and not like you, and that's represented in the game. I'm sure that somebody probably got upset with him in that town and probably told, I'm sure that it wasn't just he just punched a feminist and then nothing happened. Like, that's the thing. If you punch somebody in the street, if you punch a man in the street in any town, that you get in trouble for that shit. Like I said, I've paid off a couple of warrants. I've been in some fights. I'm playing a game. It's all West. So, it's not like there's no repercussions for that. It was probably more annoying dealing with the repercussions of punching the feminist than it was to just have the feminist scream or go to a different fucking town. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyways. But, so, feminists are upset about this. They're upset with Rockstar again because they've got a game where this can happen. And some have gone so far as to say that there should be a mode, right, where you can turn off violence against women. Like you can turn off blood, you can have a no blood mode for certain games. There should be a mode where you can turn off violence against women. So, the violence against the men is fine. Like, you can kill as many dudes as you want, beat them up in the streets and whatnot, do the whole gamut of all the things that you can do as long as it's to men. But you should be able to turn that off for women. So, not really equality, because it's not like they're complaining about the violence. They're not complaining about the violence, because then Rockstar would come out and say, it was a violent time, we're attempting to depict it as, close to what we think it was like back then as possible. And it was a violent time back then. What are you going to say that? But they're just complaining because you can beat up women. They don't care about the violence. It's the violence against women. That's the problem. So, and I'm sure that there are a lot of feminists out there who are going to be like, that's a great idea. You should be able to turn that off. It's appalling that they have that sort of thing in video games. But don't care about just the violence altogether. Certainly don't care about the violence against the men. Who cares about that? It's the point of the game, after all. You have to kill men. Actually, you actually have to kill men in that game in order to proceed through that game. You can't not kill men in that game. Killing the women, that's pretty optional. I haven't yet been told by the game that I have to kill a woman. And I have been told by the game that I have to fill a warrant against a woman. I had to go out and bounty hunt a woman. Right? Right? Even the mission where you're doing the gunslinger thing, I'm not sure if there's women. I'm not sure if there's a woman in that. I think that there is. Right? I think there's a woman gunslinger that you have to go and fight. And the dude even says to you, and if you have to, kill him, because then, that means you're cool, right? So, it's not even like you have to go and kill these people. Even that's optional. So, there really is no forced violence against women at all. There is copious amounts of forced violence against men. You have to kill other men to play the game. You have to. There is no choice. Or you can just not do any of the storyline. Like, I mean, at all. None of it. Because pretty much every mission, there's guys shooting at you, and you can not shoot back, or you're gonna have to kill those men. Like, you have to. I can't even think of a time that I've ever played a game where you had to kill women. You always have to kill men. And they want a mode where you could have no violence whatsoever against women. It's quality for you, you know? That's quality. Tell me again, feminists out there, about how what it means is you want equality. Right? So, yeah. That's a thing. I don't know. I was fucking... God, it annoyed the shit out of me. Like, it annoyed the shit out of me so much. Like, in Fallout, there are women that you can kill. Right? But it's because it's the post-apocalyptic dystopia. Everybody's got to pull their own weight. You know what I mean? Like, that'll bring equality. If you want to nuke the world into Fallout, you know, that'll sure bring about equality. Everybody's going to have to pull their own fucking weight. Because post-apocalyptic dystopia. But, man, you know, I don't fucking know. It's just this article that I read. And I mean, I would love to read the article, but I mean, it was every other fucking line. They were talking about how video games, when there's violence against women, it reinforces the stereotype that women are frail and weak and susceptible to the violence from men. And I'm like, well, what is violence against men in video games? What does that reinforce? That we're pretty much disposable. Like, that's exactly what it reinforces, that we are disposable. So, but they don't have a problem with that because of quality. Yeah, whatever. There you go. Yeah. Maybe there have been some games where like there's been some games where like the bad guy's a woman. But like in Final Fantasy VIII, I think it was, you fight her, the witch, that's a woman. You gotta fight her, but you don't kill her, you know, because storyline. Yeah. Lollipop Chainsaw, that had a girl that you had to kill, but she was already dead. Does that count? I'm not entirely sure. You know what I mean? Like, these are the fucking questions we ask when we contemplate what violence in video games mean. Right? Like, I could see that, like, Call of Duty, you know, you can be like, well, Call of Duty, you know, that's very realistic. But it's a war simulation. Like, they did World War II not too long ago. I think that was the last one they did. Or they might have done another one since then. I don't fucking know. I don't keep track of it. But they did World War II not too long ago. And it was World War II reenactment. You know what I mean? Like, it was virtual World War II simulator. Like, that's what it was. So, you know, those games are like that. There really aren't many games where you can just walk the street and do whatever you please and not have any sort of repercussion at all. It's generally, even in Grand Theft Auto, for those of you go, Grand Theft Auto, even in Grand Theft Auto, You kill enough people, blow up enough cars, destroy enough property, the cops will destroy you. Like, that, going around with 5 stars is not fucking easy. We used to do it for fucking shits and giggles because it was just to see how long you could last. It wasn't a question of, will I get away? You're not gonna get away. I mean, you can. It's also another challenge to get 5 stars and get away, and it is possible. But the effort that goes into it is not worth it. You know what I mean? To insert that as a viable part of the game. You know, like, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Like, the whole aspect of it, and the lack of the wanting to have superiority kind of just makes me laugh, because I'm like, you know, I'm trying, ladies. I'm trying to be on your side. I am, but I just can't be a feminist. I'm gonna have to be on your side in other ways. You know, try and teach you to fucking not be assholes. Take a joke, but yeah. There you go. I don't know. I mean, the article just pissed me off so much. I'll leave the video that had the article, the video that I'm watching that had the article in it. I'm like halfway through it. But yeah, it fucking. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. Equality, there it is. we want to be able to turn off violence against women in video games. I mean, this is some fucking Anita Sarkeesian shit right here. This is definitely some fucking, you know, it wasn't her. It's Australia. The Australians are doing it because fucking somebody told me that I need to move to Australia because they don't have any of that sort of crazy feminist shit down there, and I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah, because a lot of that stuff comes out of Australia. The banning of video games. Oh my God, they banned video games. I think Grand Theft Auto 5 was banned, but Red Dead Redemption is probably gonna wind up banned because of this whole fucking thing against feminists. You know what I mean? Like, dude, they banned so many. I'm like, no, I'll stay in America. Which it's still free here. It's just really fucking annoying. That's it. That's the only bad thing. I'm just really annoyed all the time. Every time I turn on anything, I'm just annoyed. But I can deal with that. I can turn it all off and go play a video game where I can vent my frustration instead of, you know, murdering people in real life. Like what so many people do that don't have proper outlets. So, I don't know. But I can't really boil it down to that. There's a lot more that goes into it. I know. Jesus Christ. I double think every fucking thing I say now, so I'm not a rape apologist again. Jesus Christ, man. Anyways, did you hear what Andy said? He said it first. So yeah, I've been playing Ark. And I've been having a lot of fun playing Ark. Finally got a gacha that can make Black Pearl. So tonight I'm making my tech replicator. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I'm having a blast. I've played Fallout 76 post beta like twice. So yeah, I don't know. What are you gonna do? It's the way my whims go. But right now, I'm really thinking about getting on Red Dead Redemption 2 and looking for some feminists to tie up and feed to alligators, because I think that'd be hysterical. And I want to make a video and post it for you guys. But I'll have to post that to BitChute. Oh my God, I gotta talk about BitChute too. Yeah, man, I've really fallen behind on world events that are important to me, but we'll catch up. Right now I'm kind of in a making videos mood. Yesterday I decided to take a couple of hours and do some research to see if I wanted to do videos this weekend, you know, what would be some good things to talk about. And I saw so many things that I'm like, well, I gotta do something about that, you know. So yeah. You know, so I don't know. Probably going to be working this week. I might take the weekend off. I might take like Friday off. Like I'll have Thursday and Friday off, but I think I'm going to be doing, I don't know. I think there's some family shit going on. I don't know. My mom tells me about when family things are going on, and I always think to myself, I'm not committing to anything because I don't know what's going to happen 2 weeks from now, or a week from now, or whatever. So, sorry. Let me know when it gets closer. So I always wait for the text message, and I haven't gotten the text message yet. So either I'll get a text message Wednesday that'll be like, "Are you coming to the thing tomorrow?" In which case I'll be like in a far better position to know what the hell I'm gonna do. But man, I don't know. Maybe Friday, because Thursday might be fucked no matter what. Because I might have to go do family stuff. But if I have to go do family stuff, then I'll probably just make a video that I can set to upload while I'm off doing family stuff, and then when I get home from doing family stuff, I can fuck around, But yeah, and Friday I might take off. Should not do anything Friday. But man, there's a lot of fucking shit going on. And some of it actually pertains to me, which it's like, shit, I have to pay attention. I have to pay attention to the news to pay attention to shit that pertains to me in the news. That's a really weird thing. There's a lot of things that happen in the news that pertain to you, but they pertain to you in ways that you might not always actually know. You know what I mean? Like this shit with the Jamal Khashoggi guy. That stuff is getting worse and worse and worse, and it's looking more and more like, bad things might wind up happening, or people might be deciding that they're going to have to push for bad things. And we do have a Democratic Congress, so I don't think we're done with this. I think we're going to wage war over the life of one man, and I think that is ridiculous. But those kind of things, they affect stuff that you might not realize. You look at your 401k statement and you go, how did I lose $2,000? Jesus Christ, fucking market. But you don't realize that it's shit in the news that's doing that. But this is something that I have to pay attention to the news because it affects my hobby. So, I don't know, it's ridiculous. I've always known that things affect my life in the news. It's just like something like this. But I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll have to think about what I'm going to say, but I'll probably do that tomorrow. Depending on what time it is. Maybe I'll do it today. Hey! It's only 5:30. It's early. Alright. But I'm going to end this one because I'm way off on a tangent. Jesus fucking Christ. Did I forget that I was recording? Alright. Bye!